Hello, mamas and papas!
Hello mga Dokies!
Akala ko na frozen ka, Dokie Bry.
Sorry
Anyway.
naman.
Well, this is another continuation video of the Selective Outrage of Chris Rock in Netflix. Okay. Now, mga mamas and papaps, before we proceed watching the first part, this is only our opinion, di ba, Dokie Bry? Kumbaga, everyone has a take on it, and this is the take of Usapang Dentista. Okay? It is my opinion and Dokie Bry's opinion. So, if you have a different opinion, please do comment below. Di ba, Dokie Bry? Tapos, ano pa gagawin nila?
Like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell.
Yes! Finally! Nakuha na ni Doc Fry! Mama's and Papa's Loki's running joke namin dalawa yon. So, that's why we are laughing, okay? Because he tends to forget those things. Anyway, on this video, Dokie Bry, we will be discussing and basing our discussion on the selective outrage of Chris Rock sa mga jokes niya, which actually has a truth in it. Di ba? Minsan kasi, di ba, Dokie Bry, majority of the jokes is said in a joke, but in its essence, there's a truth in it. Di ba? The
jokes are half meant, Tora. So, ako joke ko.
Para bang yung you pretend to be drunk, and then because you're drunk, you're licensed to say the things that you wouldn't have said if you are sober. Di ba?
Yes.
You pretend to be drunk, but actually you're not drunk. You just wanted to say what you wanted to say and hide it in your pretended drunkenness. And then that is the same in jokes sometimes. And the joke here is about wokeness. Ayan. Okay, so you will be seeing what's the meaning of woke if you have not heard what is a woke. Kasi nga, these are things na you have to be always politically correct nowadays. Di ba, Dokie Bry? Para bang...
Masyado ng maraming sensitive.
Yeah. Correct. Buti na lang, Dokie Bry, nabuhay ako sa generation ko. Hindi sa generation mo. Kasi right now, ang generation ngayon, para bang ang daming kailangan mong i-edit of what you wanted to say, because otherwise you will be canceled or you will be bashed, or kailangan lahat pare-pareho. Everybody has to be the same, otherwise you can be castrated from the society. You will
hindi ka castrated, but ostracized.
yan. Oh, nakaka-straight ka rin. Correct. The right word, you are ostracized. Yan yung pinaka-correct word dyan. Tingnan mo, that is wokeness. No, joke lang. Okay, so let's watch now the joke of Chris Rock, and then of course, due to copyright, we will not be showing the entire video, but just the audio. Para naman mga mamaps and papaps, Dokies, I hope you understand. Kailangan naman kumita ang Usapang Dentista. Kasi mahirap ang ginagawa. Akala nyo lang madali, pero hindi. Okay, so, and again, kung masaya kayo sa video, wag nyo rin i-skip yung ads, di ba? Para naman kahit papano, we get something. Okay? Total naman, it's not coming from you. Okay, so let's watch it na bago ako matotally castrated or sa wokeness. Okay, sige, game. Okay, sige, game.
Iba yun eh.
O kaya nga, ikaw talaga woke ka. Okay, game.
I'm gonna try to do a a show tonight without offending nobody, okay? You know why? Because you never know who might get triggered. That's right, you say the wrong thing, scared. That's what they say. Gotta watch what you say, because words hurt. You know, anybody that says words hurt has never been punched in the face. Words hurt when you write them on a brick, okay? Gotta watch out. Everybody's scared. If you a certain age and you go to work, you are scared. In the old days, if somebody wanted your job, they just worked harder than you. Now, if somebody wants your job, they just wait for you to say some dumb. Yeah. Try to get you with one of them woke traps. Say, hey, we going to a gay wedding tomorrow. How do you feel about that? Oh, it's good, it's good. Don't fall into the woke trap at all now. I have no problem with the wokeness. I have no problem with it at all. I'm all for social justice. I'm all for marginalized people getting their rights. The thing I have a problem with is the selective outrage. Everybody, you know what I'm talking about. One person does something, they get canceled. Somebody else does the exact same thing, nothing. You know what I'm talking about. You know, like the kind of people that play Michael Jackson songs, but won't play R. Kelly. Same crime. One of them just got better songs. That's right. Oh, I'll play Starting Something, it's a party. I'll play Bump and Grind, now you an activist. So everybody's scared. Everybody full of
All right, Dokie. All right, so let's put the wokeness part, you know, I will ask you a question, you give me your opinion, and I will give mine. Okay?
Hindi mo yung woke. Yun.
Oo, yung woke. Okay, so as Chris Rock said, we have a certain selective outrage. Okay. One of the wokeness, he said, was that sometimes people tend to be outraged on a certain thing, but not on another thing, but actually the situation or the message are the same. Like Michael Jackson and R. Kelly, na we all know were allegedly pedophiles or had relationship with younger people that is legally allowed to make certain decision on a physical relationship. And yet, the outrage is different in level. So they have more outrage in terms of R. Kelly, as he said, because Michael Jackson has better songs.
R.
That's
Kelly.
why even if they want to cancel both of them, they cannot cancel Michael Jackson. But in the end, what do you say about people reacting on almost the same? Kasi diba, there are situations that are happening differently, but the crux of the matter is the same.
I don't understand that's woke for me. Ibang wokeness for me, Doctor. I don't think that's woke. That's more of selective outrage, Doctor.
Yun nga, yun nga yung wokeness, Doc.
But it's not woke. Doctor, ang wokeness, Doctor, is ito di ba po ibang-iba ang wokeness sa social outrage?
You know, I'm in my old neighborhood the other day. I bumped into my good friend Fred. Hadn't seen him in years. Fred got a new job at AT&T, okay? So I'm like, hey, Fred, how's the job? And Fred's like, ooh, I love the job. It's a safe space. I feel seen. I feel heard. There's a lot of diversity. And I'm looking at him, I'm like, nigga, it's me. What, you think I'm wearing a wire? What the you talking about safe space? Nigga, you did 8 years for manslaughter. Ain't nobody safe around you.
Okay? So, let's just say, for example, ano ba magandang example that is happening in the Philippines? Sige. Let's just say with Liza Soberano. Okay? And then Ogie Diaz. Okay? Okay, so they are both talking. But initially it arose from the video of Liza Soberano, and because Liza Soberano expressed her thoughts on why she archived some of the pictures in her Instagram and then unlisted her videos in YouTube channel. Okay. And she created a general video about thanking the fans because, as far as I understand, she wanted to create a new career, or like let's say rebranding. That's what she's using, rebranding, not because she wanted to forget her past, but because she wanted to start from scratch in Hollywood, trying to prove to herself that she can do it without whatever totally she has built here. And Ogie Diaz, although he has been very nice and not really putting Liza Soberano down, but in the end, they are making it an issue, or he is sad kasi he wasn't, kumbaga Liza Soberano did not thank literally the people who made her Liza Soberano. So in the end, both of them are talking in social media. And the wokeness there is that both of them actually are using social media to air their opinions. And yet the other one is being accused of being ungrateful. Parang like something like that. Parang they're using the same thing, but the other is parang, oh, you're not supposed to do this kasi you're ungrateful. Wala kang utang na loob. Yung ganon. So, anong opinion mo doon, Doc?
Ako, doktora, do you want my real opinion, doktora?
Yeah, it is precisely.
Ako, doktora, I don't know. Who cares? To be honest. But,
pero yun nga, yung opinion mo sa mga ganong kasing wokeness. Kumbaga, they have a different outrage to another outrage depending where it is coming from or who it is coming from. Para bang, you know what I'm saying? That you select who you will be saying it is wrong, or you will be outraged on a certain act depending on who's doing it.
I think, doktora, for me, wokeness is a type of...
talk about first yung ganon. Like, for example, two friends of yours did the same thing, but you will be only outraged on another person because the other person is bigger, more popular. You feel that that person will have more, kumbaga, in your group, more people will defend her than fighting on another person who did the same thing. You know what I'm trying to say? Same crime, but you only react on a crime when the person who did it is somebody you can be outraged with. Yun.
Ako kasi, doktora, very different yung pananaw ko sinabi mo, to be honest.
Tanong ko nga, Doc, ang tanong ko, ano ang masasabi mo dun sa wokeness na yon, na you choose where you are going to be outraged depending on the person who did the act?
Wala akong reaction. I don't even care. Ito, doktora. Na-experience na, doktora, na I was given a choice. Kung kakampi ako ba yung taong tama, pero argabyado, people hate him and everything, or kakampi ako yung taong mali, and I will be still friends with them. Ang pinili ko, doktora, at the end of the day, pinili ko pa rin yung tama kahit nawalan ako ng friends. You know why? Kasi I believe I have pananindigan. And not everybody is willing to say that. I'd rather lose people kasi kaya sabihin ng mga tao, wala siyang paninindigan. Wala siyang word, kumbaga ganun. Kasi for me, that shows character. And not everybody has character or can parang panindigan nila yung words nila. Kaya ako personally, I was put in the position na parang yung mga tao hated me kasi they think that mas kinakapihan ko to. Well, in fact, yung totoong story was mali talaga yung kaaway niya, but the person that they hate was the right one. So, I'd rather, kinampihan ko pa rin to, kahit ba naging kaaway ko lahat ng tao. Kasi yun yung doktora. Kasi lahat ng tao doktora, ganyan naman eh. Kasi, alam mo yun, ang hirap sa panahon ngayon, the older I get, siguro out of topic on doktora, parang it's harder to meet genuine people nowadays. And for me, if you can be genuine as ikaw, and for people will try to mirror it as well. You lead by example, kumbaga. When you show them na ganong klaseng tao ka, somehow you brush off them yung ganong ugali mo and they will copy it to you. For me, yung ginawa ni Liza Soberano and yung kay Ogie Diaz, for me, tama na, wala naman talagang right, hindi mo talaga kailangan ni Liza Soberano mag-thank you kay Ogie Diaz. Kumbaga, si Ogie Diaz, ginroom lang niya si Liza Soberano. But Liza Soberano did all the hard work. Siya yung umarte, siya yung in front of the screen, siya yung nagpa-picture, siya yung umiti, siya yung ginamit yung oras to be where she is right now. Ayun, doktora. And for me, you don't need to take someone else sa mga bagay, sa mga accomplishment mo. You can take them na parang salamat, tinulungan mo, pero hindi dapat sila yung maging parang unang pasasalamatan mo kung asan ka. It's not being ungrateful, di ba? For me, kasi you would only take parang tao na talaga nakatulong sa'yo. Kung hindi siya nakatulong, why did you need to thank them? Nung nag-board exam naman tayo, nung dentista tayo and all, hindi naman natin in-exam yung hindi naman sila nag-exam para sa atin, but we're the one who took the exam. We're the one who did it, not them. So why should I take my teacher? I took the exam. I should be taking myself because I studied hard. Di ba? Yun yung logic ng doktora.
I understand, Doc. I actually agree with your thought process. But that is precisely the wokeness now. That is the problem. Di ba? Because I totally agree with you. You know, you stand by your principle. It does not matter who did it, whether the person you do not like or the person that is below you, you consider, or the person higher than you. I couldn't care less. I totally agree. But the problem is majority now will agree on something or disagree on something just because they consider that person lower than them. Kumbaga, they get outrage on a certain act done by a certain person precisely because they feel they can take that person. You know what I'm saying? You know, let's just say I'm richer than you, so I can take you on this. I can be outraged on what you said. But in comparison to the other person who did the same thing, but because the person is higher than you are, you don't react, you know? And precisely, I agree. And that is one of the issue here in our society here in the Philippines. They use the word utang na loob so often.
Yes.
Like, for example, Dokie Brian. Okay, fine. You, like what Chris Rock said, di ba? When you find a job, find the person who probably help you to get into the door, okay, may utang na loob ka doon. But just like you said, you know, you did the work. If you did well on that job, the credit is on you. And whether you are going to say literally or figuratively, thank you to the person who opened that door is really up to you. Because that person chose to help you out. Diba? Kasi dito, parang yung utang na loob, parang required. Required. And it is actually, for me, more expensive than just loaning a money from a friend. Kasi when you loan a money, you pay for it, that's it. But when somebody does something good on your behalf, they expect that you will be forever grateful to them. Na in the end, it loses the essence of that person doing something good to you. Diba?
Everybody's full of typing out woke-ass tweets on a phone made by child slaves. You need to cut it out, man. Not only is everybody every business is full of everybody you do business, they don't even tell you about the product no more. They just tell you how much charity they do. They say, we give back. We like to give back. We don't even like the money. We just give back. I'm in the mall the other day. I went by that store, what's this thing? Lululemon. Lululemon. I walked by, and in the window of every Lululemon, there's a sign that says, we don't support racism, sexism, discrimination, or hate. And I'm like, who gives a You're just selling yoga pants. I don't need your yoga pants politics. Tell me how you work on sweat. What the you talking about, man? And then I'm watching the game the other night. There was a commercial for a Subaru. Commercial for Subaru. And it said, for every Subaru we sell, we'll donate $250 to your favorite charity. And I'm like, who gives a I'm like, Subaru, you want to help me out? Why don't you just sell me the car for $250 less? Lululemon. We don't support racism, sexism, discrimination, or hate. They sell $100 yoga pants. $100 yoga pants. They hate somebody. They hate the poor. They don't sell $100 yoga pants. They sell $100 non-racist yoga pants. I think I speak for the entire audience tonight when I say most people in this crowd would prefer a pair of $20 racist yoga pants.
O another wokeness, Doc, na opinion is even in businesses, they end up trying to pretend that they do this for charity, or they actually charge higher in the price of a certain item, and then they will say, oh, for example, Doc, ito, the best example, yung mga products that are environmentally friendly. If you will notice, yung mga products na may ingredients na environmentally friendly are quite expensive in comparison to those who are using some stuff that are probably not environmentally friendly. So, para bang they are justifying their price because of being politically correct. Do you agree with Chris Rock na we much rather appreciate a lower price than, mention that you are anti-racist, anti-poor, blah, 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 blah?
For me kasi, Doktora, kaya naman nagmamahal ang isang bagay kasi mas nare-refine mo isang bagay. I was watching Shark Tank the other night, and I saw like para bang gumagawa sila ng cleaner ng walls, floors, etc. ganyan. But ang problem kasi nowadays is yung plastic waste. Diba? Sobrang dami. So, ang ginawa nila, environmentally friendly na cleaner, all-purpose cleaner, ganyan. So, tablets na lang. So, bakit siya mas mahal than sa regular cleaner? Well, the fact, kasi mas mahal siya dahil yung ingredients is mas refined. Kumbaga, what we're trying to do here is we're trying to make a product na papatok sa market and also make sure na you're doing your part sa environment. For me kasi, hindi naman wokeness ang pagkakaroon ng care sa climate. Hindi naman wokeness. Siguro for me, ang wokeness ay ang pagbili ng products na branded na wala namang sense. Ano ba yun? Gets ba ako, doktora? Kaya bumili ka ng, I mean, yeah, there's a good products na maganda ang brand, pero at the same time, yung pagbili ng mga environmentally friendly, because they're really helping the environment. Merong mga environmentally na talagang nagko-contribute sa charity and all, ganyan. But syempre kasi, hindi yung makontrol. Hindi pa refined kasi lahat eh. I mean, hindi lahat ng tao were trying to contribute. Kaya, in-expect ko mas mahal siya. Diba? It's about doktora.
Yes, I get you. And I actually agree with you. But what Chris Rock in his joke is trying to say that sometimes businesses use these things dahil nga puro wokeness na yung mga tao na kailangan anti-racist ka, environmentally friendly ka, kailangan yung mga certain politically correctness na andun sa
Can I answer
mo.
it?
And then they are using this in order to justify, it's not about the product anymore or the service you're going to offer. It's all about this wokeness so that people will be loyal to you.
Can I answer again? Can I answer again?
Yes, yes.
Dok, alam mo, ang pinakamagandang example talaga sa wokeness. For me kasi, ang wokeness, it's too alienating, confusing, divisive. Alienating. Ako personally, I don't understand what's woke culture. Divisive kasi it separates you. Didivide niya yung mga tao. May left side, may right side. May parehong tama. Alam mo yun? They cannot agree to disagree. Confusing kasi ang dami na lang version. Ganyan. So, best example dito is yung I'm not saying na masama yung Black Lives Matter, pero masyadong nag-iba yung meaning ng isang bagay, alam mo yun? Na rather na pure yung intentions na i-avoid or tigil yung racism and all. For me, parang nasobrahan, alam mo yun? To the point na parang lahat na lang racist, lahat na lang mali, lahat na lang culturally inappropriate. As a matter of fact, na parang feeling ko, this is sort of thinking ng puti. Kasi tingin nila, gusto lang ma-include, gusto lang tama sila. Well, in fact, hindi man talaga nila naiintindihan. Marami kasing interpretation ng isang bagay, pero hindi na naiintindihan yung ibig sabihin nun. Alam mo, I was watching, it is a good documentary, doktora. If you have time, try to search the documentary na ang title is What is a Woman? So itong What is a Woman, doktora, ito tong series na parang isang person na umikot sa buong Amerika and attending some feminist rallies, etc. And then asking them, what's a woman? Ano ba ang pagiging babae? Tinatanong niya yung mga isang transgender na babae, na lalaki. What's a woman? Ano ba ang pagiging babae? Ganyan. So, tapos hindi na masagot. Ano ba yun? Sa sobrang lahat na lang gusto ng tao, ma-include sila, matanggap sila doon. Makes things very, parang ang gulo. Ano ba yun? Kaya lahat na lang galit, lahat na lang maiit ulo. Kasi akala na lahat ng tao, ino-offend sila. But in fact, they just don't understand things. They just become too sensitive about things. Para sa akin, it makes it too weak.
Precisely
You
nga.
make it too weak, diba?
Precisely nga, Doc, because social justice or things like, yun nga, sabi mo,
I'm not saying na masama ang mental health, doktora. I'm not saying like that. Pero
Black Lives Matter, katulad niyan. Ang opinion ko kasi diyan, they use these good things na dapat naman talaga as it should be, na you shouldn't be racist, you shouldn't be you should take care of the environment. All of these things dapat naman talaga, it should be. But the wokeness is, it becomes so exaggerated to the point that you are already afraid of doing a joke or doing something that may be considered and you get canceled. Like for example, in a job. Okay, sometimes when you apply for a job, because the wokeness is that dapat equal ang number of women or diversity.
Inclusive. Inclusive.
Yan. Even if the applicant is not better than the other person, but because the company is trying to be diverse, they will hire an Asian or a black person just because of the race and not anymore about the qualification of that person, because their company has to be seen by the public as diverse. It doesn't become equal anymore. You get what I'm saying? Even in awards, they have to, somebody has to win who happens to be black. Not because the actor is really good in that movie, you know, better than the other actors, but because somebody has to win who is black. You know what I'm saying? It is not anymore the essence of the award as best actor, meaning you are the best actor in all the movies with the different actors playing different roles. It's not anymore about that, but it's already about being politically correct, that there has to be equal number of black people versus white people versus Asian people who has to win an award, even if the person receiving the award is not qualified or somebody is more qualified to win that award just because of this wokeness. Yan ang opinion ko, which I totally agree with you, Dokie. Because later on, as you mentioned, about this documentary of what is a woman, yan, mga mamaps and papaps, mga dokies, we will be touching yung nagiging viral na video about Asian women, passport bros, men who are flying and getting their wives in Southeast Asia or what they consider third world country. And then they are defining the woman. So that will be exciting, Dokie Brian, because I think you will have a lot to say in it. Pero basically, I totally agree with Chris Rock in that joke, because in the end, this wokeness thing, like what you've said, Dokie Bry, it becomes divisive, becomes confusing. And then if you have a different opinion, suddenly you can be categorized as racist, or automatic nililabel ka na agad into something else. And then the people who agrees to this person who are labeling you suddenly pounces on you. 'Di ba? Parang katulad na, if you remember, 'di ba, si Manny Pacquiao, 'di ba? He said something against transgender. And basically, even if you don't agree with what he said, ang ending, the businesses who are supporting him suddenly withdraw from him as a model or a brand ambassador. People ended up telling him that you're not supposed to say this, that they are insulted, na to the point that you cannot really say anymore freely what you really think. Kasi nga, in the end, yung wokeness over na. I'm not saying what Manny Pacquiao said about the transgender people or the LGBTQ plus is correct. But sometimes people tend to really overreact already. Na we are just fighting equality, but now it's not equality anymore. It's even more than that. It's, para sa akin, entitlement na. Yeah.
The best word of here is, it's not entitlement. It's more victimizing. Victimizing yourself.
Okay. Ayan.
Everything.
So, yung topic na yan, Doc, sa third part 3 namin kay Chris Rock na Selective Outrage. And it is about what is the main thing that people look for nowadays. Ayan. So mga mamaps and papaps, yan ang part 2 namin sa Dissecting Selective Outrage, and hope you will watch our previous part 1, and then ito yung part 2, and then our coming video for the Part 3. Ayan. And then mga Dokies, again, do visit DMB Center for our online courses. We have the facial aesthetics as well as the Be the Master of Your Dental Domain, which coming soon sa marketing course namin, we will have a face-to-face workshop on it. Para what you learned from the online course, we will be able to really teach you on how to implement them. Di ba, Doki Bri?
Yes, Dr. Jin. Sobrang excited talaga yung aming mga course at talagang matututo kayo mabuti. And I really look forward na makasama namin kayo sa aming mga events in the near future. Diba, Doktora?
Okay. Yes. Okay. So again, don't forget to give us a thumbs up by clicking the like button. Okay. And then subscribe. And then, Doc.
Comment and hit the notification bell. Okay?
Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye.